I made a mistake. I want to talk about it. I am not going to use my platform to advocate for Nevada politicians. I actually didn't talk about Nevada politics until the governor sent armed men to my house after I made videos about him. But once I did, people gave me a really good feedback because I think people don't openly and honestly talk about politics in Nevada. And I use that to inform people about candidates running for election and continue to talk about other things. But I made a huge mistake in getting passionate about a campaign. On Thursday, I got up 3 hours early to go to work 3 hours early so that I could make it to an event later on in the night. I worked straight through, didn't take a lunch break, and I went to this event. And my intention of going to that event was actually just to observe, maybe talk to some people who supported this candidate. But I did practice all day long in my head a speech in the event that I did have the opportunity to get up and talk. The reason I'm telling you this is I have what's called expressive language processing disorder, and I buffer what I say. When I don't, it's not very pretty. I'm openly autistic, and I talk about this all of the time. I actually didn't intend to speak, but I do have a very good sense of timing, and I thought that I could get up and talk and really passionately advocate for this candidate. So I got up and I started talking and speaking passionately about this candidate because I believed in her, and this person in the audience kept interrupting me. And I didn't really put this all together until much later, but the fact that this candidate stood there with me while I had worked all day long to be there, while I had gotten 3 hours up early to go there and to speak very passionately. By the way, multiple people messaged me afterwards telling me about how good my speech was. That she stood there and she said nothing as this person interrupted me is ultimately horrible. And I should have done that research before I used my platform to inform more people about their campaign, because now a lot of people know about their campaign because of my platform, and that was not responsible. If a politician or human is not willing to stand up for someone in the smallest possible way, they are never going to stand up for you when it is really consequential. I am not afraid to speak. It is technically difficult for me to speak. And so when I choose to use my voice, it is deliberate, intentional, and meaningful. And for this politician to sit there and look in my face while this crass individual continued to interrupt me was candidly horrifying and disqualifying in my view. This campaign did not want me as the human being that got up 3 hours early and worked all through the day to get there. They wanted you in the platform that I built. I learned from this. I am sorry, and I will be better. I'm not a politician. I'm better at teaching you how to use your power, and I've learned how to use my voice even though it is very difficult, and I will do better in the future.